Yo, what's going on, guys? Gonna be showing you what Evelyn jungle can do after the buff. She got some really strong changes that makes her late game in particular a lot better. Those changes involve her passive in the later levels healing her twice as fast from 75 health towards her later levels to 150 health per second instead. So it's much easier for you to get back into a team fight and stay active. Plus your W has 10% more magic penetration at each level. So just getting 1 point in it is substantially stronger than it was before. On top of that, your R, after you use it, you go invisible almost instantly. So instead of them simply running you down after you are away, they won't really know where you are because you go invisible after just 1.5 seconds rather than 3 or 4 seconds that it normally takes for her to go invisible. On Evelyn, you still generally want to do a full clear, especially if you're up against a jungler who isn't the type of jungler to invade you. Things like a 𝐒𝐿, Rammus, Master Yi, very slim chances. Junglers who can't full clear properly, like Elise, then a lot of the times on Evelyn, you want to do buff, and then clear back down. Because when people invade you, they're generally trying to kill you on a buff because those have the most HP, so they figure they can kill you because you'll be there for a while and steal your buff. So in those cases, just do buff, and then farm back down. Do a 5 camp clear into gank. Otherwise, you're going to want a full clear into gank if you're up against a relatively safe matchup. Mastery is really strong right now. I put out a video on him. He feels really nice right now. You want to get your W level 3. You can go double points in Q. It's incredibly greedy because if you do get invaded or if you lose a camp, you won't be able to really gank without your W. So even though a second point in your Q does speed things up, it's very risky. There's a lot of potential downside to it. Missed our Q, rip. We'll go ahead and just take blue on its own. I don't feel like accidentally resetting them. That happened to me recently. Sometimes when you pull a monster out towards the end of its patience range, if you charm it, it'll lose patience and it's really annoying. You can still take them at the same time, just something to be aware of. Evelyn's full clear is pretty decent. You can do it pre-320 like we did, even though we didn't take blue and ground perfectly at the same time. We'll go ahead and charm this, pull this away from Master Yi. Generally, ooh, that's not good. That is not good. He did a 5 camp clear into Scuttle Crab. That's so cheesy. He went, after red buff, he went straight to Scuttle. He completely skipped his Krugs. That's really unfortunate. Very cheesy of him. I'm assuming Zed's gonna back here. Oh no, it's just Master. He's gonna... We're gonna have to flash away out of that one. Master he loses his flash. I think our teammate's gonna be able to pick this. Down he goes. Very nice. That's what him and Zed get for trying to cheese us. And we healed back a decent amount of health from passive. Your passive heals you more the more ability power you have, so you'll be getting way more once you start getting your Dark Seal stacks rolling. We'll go bot lane real quick for a gank before we back. Usually on your first back, you want to get a Dark Seal and boots. In this case, we'll be able to get a decent amount. We did end up getting the charm. That's a little surprising, and we were barely able to charm Samira before it faded off of her. That turned out really well. We get some XP. This is an ideal first back. Being able to get a Dark Seal and tier 2 boots really in your first back's kind of insane. Really strong. I say we just go for the... I don't want to wait on base for 50 gold, so instead we'll just buy this. This is a pretty good back. We'll go Krugs, Raps, Wolves, into Gromp. Continue our full clear. Master Yi's going top for the gank. Although Master Yi did get a really nice buff, it's more aimed towards, honestly, I'd say team fighting and scaling. I don't think it made his early game that much better for invading. Because it wasn't really damage buffs, it was more of like durability, which Master Yi's main weakness when invading is it's hard for him to stay on top of his opponents because he only has 1 dash, and then after that, I mean, it's not like he has any CC. So Ultimately, he should have literally just done a full clear, gank, reset, basically do what we're doing. He inserted a lot more risk into his clear route by doing what he did, to where if we had lane prio or if our laner rotated, he would have basically been game over. And then ultimately, we were able to kite him out since we have more ranged abilities when that fight broke out between him and Zed jumping me and then my mid laner rotating. I'm still not 100% familiar with the new champion, but I'll get familiar with it. I'll play a game or two as it. It's one of the best ways to learn a champion, is just to play it a little bit. Game or two, you can figure it out pretty quick. Yon's level 6. We'll be hitting level 6 here soon. As long as you have 1 or 2 successful ganks and you leech, or I should say share the minion XP afterwards, you'll be hitting level 6 consistently before 7-minute mark, which is extremely optimal for Eve. You need to hit level 6 as soon as possible on her. That way you can gank. Alright, now we're level 6. We got the Yonar down. Nasus is chilling. Zed's not level 6. I don't think we could kill him very easily unless his dash was on cooldown, but then he's going to have his R. I guess we could hover. We can gank him or their top lane, whoever shows up first. Looks like he's looking for the roam. Maybe an invade on me. Alright, he's just looking for the roam. This is kind of awkward following it. Hopefully our teammates don't die to this. Gotta focus the Soraka. Zed already burned his R. We've got to stay on him with our Q. He's still at his dash. That's a little surprising. He's gonna... I think Talia was trying to bait him there. Auto attack E. Auto attack. Ooh, we're gonna have to use our R to finish that. We were basically using our E's and auto attack resetter there. Now we kite him out, play around our cooldowns. Well played by the Talia. We'll go ahead and go for the Rocket Belt. If you really don't like activatable items, you should go for Night Harvester, but Rocket Belt is way better. It gives you a dash, which is guaranteed mobility. You don't have to hit them for you to get that dash. And after the dash, gives you 1.5 seconds of bonus movement speed. Once again, for both of those things, it's guaranteed. With Night Harvester, you have to make contact before it gives you its mobility, so Rocket Belt's way more consistent for actually getting done what you need to do. But if you're the type of person who always forgets to use activatables and you just don't like using them, then you obviously should go Night Harvester, because you're not using an activatable on Rocket Belt, you're not going to have any mobility. Though I would recommend you use it Rocket Belt instead. We're sitting on a lot of gold. We'll be backing here shortly. Once we can afford Rocket Belt, really. That would be our first best back. We're very close to it as well. Plus, we're full clearing right now, so we kind of want to keep our camps linear. That way they keep respawning in properly and we get maximum XP. And with how long your ultimate cooldown is, it just kind of works out nice. Works out very nice. And Charm the Gromp. Whenever you proc your Charm, it gives you the mana back for it. Against monsters, your Charm does damage as well, and the duration lasts longer. Against monsters, it's basically 3 times as long. Starts out 3 times as long, at least. Charm Blue Smite. Hit him with the E to attach. Block the R. Whip him with the R. Down he goes. And now we have the perfect amount of gold. I'm just going to help him push real quick. I also want to get some of this XP. For him to be able to crash a wave on the Yone, it's going to deny Yone a lot of golden XP. Now it's not a great time to freeze while Yone's dead. Got Rocket Belt. We can go back top. Yone doesn't have flash. Ultimately on Evelyn, you are still an extremely kill heavy champion. You want all the gold, but you never want to lose it. It's a big part for our runes. Relentless Hunter, Water Walking Celerity to keep that all afloat. Plus, with how fast her passive heals for now, having extra mobility is probably more important than ever, so you can get in and out of the fight and stay present, because your passive's healing you twice as fast at later levels. Yon got absolutely chunked. I don't think he realized how much damage he was taking from me when he was in his Wraith mode. He was taking a lot. So with the celerity water walking right now, they're having me move like around 30 movement speed just walking around in the river, especially after I use my E. Evelyn's a Herald heavy jungler. Since she's very gold reliant, Heralds are much better for her in the early game, mid game than dragons are. She can also take Heralds safer because you lose less HP from it. Plus we just saw their jungler bot side, so this is incredibly safe while our R is still on a cooldown. We'll be getting the mesh here shortly. Usually you want to wait for 10 stacks on your Dark Seal until you do it. If you're playing with Predator, it's a little different. Oh, Soraka Hill, I don't want to deal with that. Zed's bot side, we should be able to kill this guy. His meditate's on cooldown. I don't want to R him and then have him Q me. That would really suck. He doesn't have R, so he's not going to be able to kill Nasus. Down he goes. Mastery is really, really low. I don't think he realizes how fast we're healing. We're healing so incredibly fast. Whenever Evelyn goes invisible, and if you're ever thinking, oh, you know what, I can win this fight, I have more HP, just run. The healing now is really freaking high. You don't want to have to deal with that. It used to cap out at 75 health per second. We're already at 79 health per second at level 9. That's so much better. I don't know where Zed is. No reason for me to die here. We'll take Scuttle and play around. Actually, we need to drop our Herald and get some turret plates. We really want to lay this Herald before the 14-minute mark. That way we can still get plate gold. Mid turret and top turret are down, so obviously we can't collect plate gold from those. We still pretty much have all the plates up off of our turret. The enemies haven't gotten much from that front. I need to lay my Herald, so I'm just pinging it out. You still only want to leave 1 point in your W. With the W buff, it makes more sense than ever just to get like 1 level in it. Oh, wow. This guy's really going for it. He might actually kill me. Wow, that was really close. I think that little bit of extra healing our passive gave us when it kicked in for only like a second, that's probably what saved us, was the buff, not gonna lie. Zed burned, first of all, he has tier 2 boots and we don't, but he burned pretty much everything for that. A little way too close. If our blue smite was up, we would have gotten away so easily. I'm waiting for Rocket Belt so we can just W Rocket Belt into this guy. Blue smite. Auto attack E with the R into the side, and we got to get out of here. We're in the middle of no man's land. Zed can kill us any second when he pops out over the wall. E grabs a double. We should be able to kill him. We're healing back super fast. He's still not one complete item, and we have a pretty big item advantage. Oh, wow. Ah, man. That 90% damage reduction on Yi's new meditate is insane. Just can't hurt him. It's for the first half a second of his meditate, and then when it ends, or if he cancels it, he gets another half a second and 90% damage reduction. It's so freaking strong. Man, they're going to have to nerf it. They already hot fixed him. That's a funny way to describe it. But, yeah, they've already, quote-unquote, hot fixed Gwen, Mastery, and Sivir, though they didn't remove the buffs. They just toned it down a little bit, and he still maintained that meditate. And they quit! They can't handle the new Evelyn. All right, guys, we'll go ahead and do a part 2. They quit really early. I'll see you guys there. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to part 2 of buffed Evelyn. Once again, her passive heals are twice as much in later levels. Her R makes her go invisible very fast after she uses it, and her W has 10% more magic shred at each level. That much better for busting down tanks. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Up against a Zed jungle, they have Yasuo mid, Draven bot with a Zoe. Very, very cheesy, very all-in heavy. We should probably just path into our bot lane, realistically starting top, then Krugs, Raptors, Wolves, Blue Grunt would be really good here. Because Draven's are going to be playing like meth heads, all in, all that sorts of fun stuff. Hellblaze, Draven, Ignite, Zoe, yeah. So yeah, Malzahar accidentally took Smite. Top lane's definitely a kill lane too. So I guess this is fine. As long as our bot lane stays alive, which they should, because it's just an Ezreal. Sick leash from the Malzahar. The thing about giving a good leash as a mid laner is it doesn't really help your jungler because your bot lane leaves sooner. So instead of our bot lane staying till 1 minute 38, they left at 1 minute 34. And that's something I've kind of realized is as a mid laner, even if you don't need to be the lane early, there's no point of really leashing because your bot lane just kind of stops leashing early. So I guess if you want your bot lane to get the lane sooner, then maybe leash. Anyways, it's actually Sivir top. This, I was not expecting that. I don't think Sivir top makes a lot of sense, even with her buffs. I think top lane's too much space for her. She does have spell shield, but she'll be very diveable. Once she's underneath turret, she's very diveable. Her spell shield can't block every one of our spells, so... Yasuo was very low. He killed Malzahar, though. We'll be trying to kill him. I don't know if we can. Depends on if he has flash. He's gonna want that cannon. Auto attack E reset. Auto attack Q. That was way too close. Holy moly, we almost died there. We still might die to Zed jungle for doing that. Oh! Yeah. Remember the part where I said we might die to Zed jungle? That's exactly what just happened. So stupid. How did he get there so fast? He must have already been invading me. He only did 4 camps? He has less CS than me. I don't know how. Wow, yeah, he must have just done a couple of camps and invaded. 4 camp invade. We did 4 camp gank mid. So yeah, that makes sense. He was going to our red buff, try to kill us on red. But we went mid. Oof. Stay alive, Ezreal. Nice. That's pretty big. I don't think Zed jungle is that good, but it is a lot of fun to play. So he did take Raptors. He did double buffs, Raps. I don't really have any camps to take right now because they're gone top side. I could go for Krugs though, his Krugs. Kind of need Yasuo to step up a little bit. Oh, I missed his Q. Goofball. He got the knockup, but he took a turret shot. Nice wind wall. He's gonna lead me into Zed, obviously. Juked it out. He's dead now. Got him. Juking that tornado. We had boots so we could run him down. Boots and Dark Seal is a really good back for Evelyn. You can get boots and a Dark Seal, you're set. Zed's most likely going to be in the area. That's alright with me though, because I have smite. We're chilling. Oh wow, Zoe's here. We need to leave. Oh yeah, this is what I was worried about. We use our E speed up. We're on the water walking. We're going to hit this. I don't think Zed has flash, so yeah, we're fine. Thank goodness for water walking celerity. Oh, Zed could pop the plant and go over the wall. Instead, he decides he's going to go back into my jungle. Looks like he's pathing into my Raptors. He is pretty low on health, though. Red buff will be healing him since he's out of combat with champs, so I'm not really sure how much health he'll have by the time he gets to my Raptors. It does amp up quite a bit per level on red buff. Earlier levels, it's not that much. I don't know. It's a tough call to make, whether I should go fight him on my Raptors or not. We'll approach bush with oracles. I don't want to walk into him. Oh, he didn't take it. Good for me. Guess he went for his own Gromp and wolves. Imagine that. He's not in my jungle. Mid's going to be the world's freest gank. Oh, wow. Level 6 pre 6 minute mark. Let's go, baby. That's why you want to share as much minion XP as humanly possible. Thank you, Zed. He got scared because I'm 6, even though I was missing health. I need my charm back. This Zed's being a goofball. Being a big turd biscuit. Oh, I feel like I should take this. Where's this guy going? You're dead. Whip him with the R, go over the wall. He never finished that raptor. What a little stink bag. Sivir's dead. I don't know where Zoe is, and Zed's... yeah, Zoe's missing, and Zed's probably near his red buff since that just spawned, so... Did Zed never take my red buff? He's level 5. Yeah, he delayed his level 6. Sight, because it's only 7-minute mark. I just hit level 6 a giga early because I leached a bunch of minion XP. It's so sad that the most optimal way to play jungle is to share as much minion XP as humanly possible. Like, that is the optimized way to do it. Because to hit level 6 pre-6 minute on jungle is ridiculous. That's so fast. Wish Malzahar didn't go bot there. It's kind of annoying. Such a free gank with his R on a behind Yasuo. I mean, I can get my charm for free off of it. Sivir, oof, AP build. That's stinky, dude. She's stinking it up. Spell shield's so broken, dude. Auto attack E reset. 𝐒𝐿, please hit her. Oh my gosh. Kill the minion set, or 𝐒𝐿. Teemo on Yoshi. Yeah, give me that XP. He's gonna freeze it on her. I'll come back and punish her. She'll feel my wrath. We're going Giga Cheese, guys. If you're in that special kind of mood and you're particularly fed, get the Mej nice and early, get the stacks rolling. It is the highest value per gold item in the game if you can get the stacks. Sivir is looking free. She's building an off meta build because of the Sivir buffs, I guess. I didn't look too hard at the Sivir buffs because there was a lot of changes. Oh, poor guy. Dang. 𝐒𝐿 doesn't have his R. What's my cooldown? I don't know if... I think our spell shield should still be on cooldown. He got the kill. That sucks. That's gonna be really bad for me. I don't know where Zed is. He could be waiting in a bush for us. I hope that's not the case. We do have flash and R still. It's really annoying not knowing where the enemy jungler is and they know exactly where you are because of what you just did, and then they can just bush camp you, and then Yasuo is on my raptors. Zed's probably in the area. Yep, okay, Zed's top side. A little surprised Yas is in my jungle without the Zed when Yas isn't particularly fed. Wow, this guy's such a greedy turd bag. Stanky, dude, I can smell the stink on him. Oh, is he actually gonna get away? No way. Nah, you're not gonna get away, big boy. We still have R. We can make a big play bot side. Never mind. There's a controller. Now we got to path around it and hope they weren't paying attention. It seems like they were paying attention. Maybe they weren't. So it's always just warding. I don't think they were paying attention. Draven's not a full item, but he has Sheen serrated. Zoe, no full item. What do we go for here? Zoe or Draven? Zoe 600 health, Draven 800. I think we go for Zoe. She's also leveled down. Auto attack R. There we go. Get that last bit of damage in. And we're going for the full reset. We're sitting on a big juicy amount of gold and our R's on cooldown. We'll go for Hextech Alternator. Head out for red buff. Look at top side. Sivir, no boots. Easy kill. Mid lane tier 2s. Draven tier 1s. Zoe tier 1s. As a jungler, it's super important to know, or to at least pay attention to who has what kind of boots. Tier 1 or tier 2s. That way you know if you can run them down or not. That was a wasted W. Server's going mid. Huh. That's confusing. She's taking a lot of damage from that. We're on 21 mesh stacks. Busted. It's giving us a combined total of 135 AP. It's really high. It's like having a Rabadon's already. Oh man. Just make sure he's not in any of these bushes. After he cheesed us, I don't trust him. He's making us play like a paranoid schizophrenic. That's how you have to play when you play Twitch jungle. You just always assume they're in that bush ready to kill you. We'll pop it early. We need to kill him before he does any more damage. I took a lot of damage there. I don't want to die. If my R was up, I would keep pressing. Really don't want to give up our shutdown gold plus, or I should say allow them to have shutdown gold. We don't want to lose Mej. I have R. She's gonna die. Zed's dead. And that is GG's, dude. There's no coming back from that. Oh, they quit. Oh my god, man. New Evelyn's just too strong. If you guys enjoyed the buffed Evelyn, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is 𝐒𝐿𝐂𝐋𝐒. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.